It is bye week for the Colorado Buffaloes, and so although I don't get to necessarily talk about the next game and give my assessment, give my thoughts, I do get to talk about the bye week. So I know for a lot of you, it's a bye week, the team isn't playing, so you think there's nothing to do, there's nothing going on or whatever, we can just relax. Absolutely, positively not. As this season heads to its end, this week, in my opinion, is going to be Colorado's most important week of the season. Why am I saying that? Because this is the week they have to go recruit. Go recruit, go recruit, go recruit. This week is about closing the deal. The theme of this week for me is closing the deal. They need to be on that recruiting trail. They need to be recruiting. They need to be going to schools. They need to be going to colleges. They need to be going to wherever they can go to go get talent. That is what this week is all about. You can go out there. You can tout your winning record. You can tout your progress. You can tout your trajectory. You can tout your coaches. You can do all the things you need to do. This is the week you need to do it because the dates have changed in college football. Things have changed about how they're structured, when you can sign, and all these different things. So this week is the most important week for me, for Colorado of the season, bar none. And I'm going to explain a lot more details on the other side of this. There's only 4 more games left of the season, but the best part about college football is that it's an ever-evolving thing throughout the season. What I mean by that is on bye weeks, the goal of the coaches is to go recruit. In my opinion, college football is 50% coaching on the field, actual stuff, and 50% recruiting. Well, depending on who you ask, somebody might say 50% on the field, 30% recruiting, and 20% fundraising. So whatever you say, I will agree with that. At the end of the day, I do know that this week, Colorado needs to go recruit. You have to go out there recruit. You have to go find your guys. You have to go get your guys to verbally commit to you as much as you can. You have to go close the deal. I know there are a ton of people that are going to watch this video and say, Coach Prime doesn't have to go anywhere. They can all come to him. That is a mistake. I will never, ever be behind a coach not actually going out and recruiting. I will never get behind that. I will never say that it is okay for Coach Prime not to go visit recruits. I don't care if he goes to their home. He should go to their hometown, go to a football game, get out of Colorado and go to these high school students. Go see them. You know what Coach Prime should do? I've said this a million times, but this might be the first time I'm actually saying it in my own video. The thing that I think Coach Prime should do is he should get his top 21. And it should be Coach Prime's 21 favorite recruits, or Coach Prime's 21, Coach Prime's top 21 in recruiting, whatever. Brand it however you want. And I think that he should go visit these students. I think he should take Bucky with him, and I think they should go and they should make this a thing. I don't care that he's a celebrity. I don't care about all the excuses that you will try to use to give him an excuse to not go out there and do what other coaches are doing. You have to go get talent. You have to go get talent. 1 5-star isn't good enough. 2 5-stars isn't good enough. 2 4-stars isn't good enough. He needs to go out there and get on the road. Go make these people feel special. Go smile with these families. Go eat with them. Go laugh with them. Go joke with them. Go make them feel connected to you. Go to where they're at. Understand what they're in. Understand their environment. Understand their backgrounds. Get out there. Go do something, please. Like, this is the week that Coach Prime, he can go tout out the winning record. He can go tout out the progress. Here's the thing I know about recruiting. Everybody has an advantage, right? Everybody has an advantage. So whether your advantage is money, whether your advantage is your coach has swag, whether your advantage is you're winning games, whether your connection, whether you have good connections, like everybody has a secret sauce when they're recruiting. That is what makes you a good recruiter, your secret sauce. Coach Prime's secret sauce is actually Coach Prime. Coach Prime is Coach Prime. So go show up and go be yourself. There's also things out there that he doesn't do home visits. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do this. What a great marketing opportunity for you to go see a couple of students, for you to go to Juju Lewis's house, for you to go to some of these 5-stars houses, for you to go to some of these 4-stars houses and go show them love. Because you know what? Once you go show them love, you know what's going to be talked about. Coach Prime went to so-and-so's house. Coach Prime went to so-and-so's house. Go take Bucky with you. Put them on Well-Off. Do all of the things. Like, I don't care what you have to do. You have to use your advantage when you're recruiting. And Colorado's advantage is Coach Prime. It is not the mountains. So stop thinking that. Stop accepting that excuse. Coach Prime is the asset. Coach Prime has to go get those athletes. We need at least 10 to 15, 10 is a little low. We need about 15 to 20 high school recruits. If you're going to build a program, build it. Go get the talent. Go find them. Everybody always says Travis and Shedeur, Travis and Shedeur, Travis and Shedeur. Guess what? Travis and Shedeur are leaving. So they have to be replaced. We have to go get talent. And this is the week where you go get talent. The second thing is, if I'm looking at the schedule as we move forward, the total combined record of the teams moving forward are 14-17. That is not even a winning record with these teams that we are about to be playing coming up. So Colorado should have no problem beating these teams. The hardest team that Colorado has to play next, based on record, is going to be Texas Tech. That's the first game out of the bye week. If Texas Tech is able to beat Iowa State, Texas Tech probably still won't be ranked because they just don't look very good. So Colorado has a great opportunity to win the last 4 games of the season because the competition they're going to play, they don't even have winning records, most of them. So my point in saying that is that go on that trail and go hype up your school. Go hype up your school. Utah isn't very good. Kansas is not very good. Oklahoma State is not very good. Because of those things, Colorado is in prime position, no pun intended, and they need to take advantage of it. Because again, that is something you can use on that recruiting trail. That is something that you can do. The last scheduled regular season game is November 29th. The Big 12 championship game, because I know some of you were going to ask me, is December 7th. Early signing day is December 6th. The reason why I'm saying this is the week you have to go out there on that trail because you're not going to have another opportunity to get out there on the trail like you will this entire week. This entire week you have time to do this. So you have to take advantage of this. I am hoping that I see Colorado everywhere in this bye week. I hope that they're going and talking to a lot of recruits. I hope they're going to their homes. I hope they're meeting them where they're at because that is what I think they should do. I think as college football fans, people sometimes forget how important recruiting is. Recruiting doesn't just pop up and you don't just get players. You have to go talk to them. You have to win them over. You have to do all these things. And I will not get off my soapbox that I think Coach Prime needs to go visit these players. I think he should do his top 21 list. Do you know how great it would be to be an athlete that is on Coach Prime's top 21? Think about this for a second. Coach Prime has a list, 21 players. He puts the list out. All the players see it. Everybody knows who's important. Bucky shows up. Darius shows up. Like, think about what I'm talking about here. Make this a spectacle. Make them feel special. This is your competitive advantage. This is your advantage. This is your actual advantage. Coach Prime is the advantage. He has to go use that. The same way Nick Saban is a competitive advantage or was a competitive advantage. The same way I'm sure when Kirby Smart walks into your school, people feel away. In Texas, when Steve Sarkisian shows up at your school, people feel away. Like, you have to go get these players. I think Coach Prime not doing home visits or not doing in-town visits or whatever you want to call it, I really hope this week he changes that and he does it. Do I think he will? I don't know. Because a lot of times he tries to act like things aren't a big deal and then come to find out later on he realizes it's a big deal and he'll say in his press conference. I think it would shock the recruiting world and I think it would shock the college football world if he broke out of his mold and he went to go recruit. That would be absolutely fantastic. And what student athlete would not want to come to Coach Prime when I'm on your list, first of all, I'm on your list, and you're coming and seeing me when you said historically you weren't going to do that. I think it's masterful. I think it's good because a lot of people don't realize the foundation of college football is actually in recruiting. The foundation of success is in recruiting. And if you go look at every single successful football team that is good right now, you will probably find the way that they have recruited has been successful. They have brought in talent. They have developed that talent. They have recruited solid talent from high school and they have that foundation. And then they might use a transfer portal to fill some gaps and fill some holes like that. That is the proven method of success. Why would you not do that? If you're trying to change what you're doing, cool. Do a 21 list. Like, do something. I just don't think it's acceptable for us to not go recruit as heavily as some of these other schools. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many games you win. You are losing Travis Hunter and you are losing Shedeur Sanders. And who knows, maybe you can flip some of these other people that are already committed because you showed up. I know some of you aren't going to like this, but I'm going to challenge Coach Prime to get out there on the road. I am going to challenge Coach Prime to step outside of his comfort zone, to step outside of everything that he's done and get out there and go recruit. This is about closing the deal. Coach Prime, go close that deal. You preach all the time about your student athletes showing up, being present, putting their best foot forward. The best foot forward that we have for this Colorado football program is our head coach. And our head coach going on the road and meeting athletes where they're at is a sure way to make sure that you have recruits want to come to your school. You know what else that does too? If Coach Prime is your head recruiter and you lose your offensive coordinator, I still want to maybe come to your school because your head coach recruited me and your head coach isn't going anywhere. And I get it. Some of you are going to say, what do you know? What do you know? It's Coach Prime. He knows everything. What I know is the history of college football. And what I do know are the things that I have seen work in other programs. If you see something work in a program, why won't you do it? Why won't you copy it? And for those of you that think that Colorado is fine, they don't need to do the things that other programs do. They don't need to do the things that the other programs do. Yes, they do. Stop lying to yourself. They need to go get better talent. They need to continue to get better and better and better and better every year. To act like it is okay to not do home visits, that is bad. Stop enabling these coaches. Hold them accountable. Hold them to a standard. Hold them to a standard. I am begging you. As fans, we have to hold our coaches to standards. If we do not push our coaches to push their own boundaries, if we do not push our coaches to exceed even their own expectations, they're always going to stay stagnant and they're always going to be where they are at. If your argument for Coach Prime to not get on the road and to not go recruit is that he is a celebrity, what you're telling me is Coach Prime has an advantage. Coach Prime has a competitive advantage because he's a celebrity. So if he is a celebrity, go on the road and go recruit and go show up to somebody's house and be a celebrity. Why not? Because at this point, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Go replace Travis and Shedeur. Go out there, go get your guys. Go out there and go get them. Make them feel loved, make them feel special, make them feel valued, make them feel seen. Go recruit. That is what this is. You have to use your advantage when you're recruiting. And Colorado's advantage is Coach Prime. It is not the mountains. So stop thinking that. Stop accepting that excuse. Coach Prime is the asset. Coach Prime has to go get those athletes.